Have you ever wondered why Japan's military wants to train with the Philippine Army? In recent months, we've seen headlines of an intriguing alliance forming in the Pacific. The militaries of Japan and the Philippines, two nations with distinct histories and diverse cultures, have been conducting joint operations. But why now? What's the impetus for this seemingly sudden camaraderie? To understand this, we need to delve a bit into the past. Both nations have had their fair share of military encounters, but their interactions have mostly been separate. However, the current geopolitical climate in the Pacific region has pushed these nations closer together. The escalating tensions in the Taiwan Strait and the East China Sea have raised alarm bells across the globe. The increasing assertiveness of China in these regions has prompted nations to reassess their strategies and alliances. It's no secret that the United States and Japan have been planning to deploy high-mobility artillery rocket systems on Japan's Nansei Islands. Meanwhile, the US has been considering deploying long-range firing units to the Philippines. The intent is clear: to deter any aggressive moves and to protect interests in the region. So, where does the Philippine Army fit into all this? The Philippines, with its strategic location, plays a crucial role in the Pacific. Joint training with the Japanese military not only strengthens their own defense capabilities, but also sends a strong message of unity and readiness against potential threats. This alliance is not just about military training exercises, it's a testament to the evolving dynamics of power and the importance of strategic partnerships. It's a reflection of how nations are adapting to new challenges and threats. So what could be the strategic implications of this alliance? And why should we care? Could this alliance be a counterbalance to another major power in the region? The question begs for an exploration of the strategic implications of Japan's military training with the Philippine Army. The geopolitical landscape of the Pacific region is like a chessboard, and any move by one player has a ripple effect on the others. Let's consider the elephant in the room: China. With its increasing assertiveness in the Taiwan Strait and East China Seas, it's clear that China is expanding its sphere of influence. But how does this alliance fit into the grand scheme of things? Well, the training between Japan and the Philippines is more than just a display of military camaraderie. It's a strategic move designed to counterbalance China's growing military presence. By bolstering their defense capabilities and readiness, these nations are sending a clear message: they are prepared to protect their interests. And it's not just about flexing military muscle. The alliance could also serve as a deterrent, discouraging aggressive moves from China. The deployment of high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, on Japan's Nansei Islands, for instance, is a calculated decision aimed at protecting Taiwan from Chinese warships. Similarly, the potential deployment of long-range firing units to the Philippines is a significant part of this strategy. Moreover, this alliance signifies a heightened willingness to defend their interests through military action if necessary. It's a bold statement, a show of unity in the face of a common potential adversary. This is not just about the defense of individual nations, but the stability and security of the entire region. So what we're witnessing is a strategic dance, a balancing act on the global stage. Each move, each decision, carries with it a potential shift in the balance of power. And this alliance between Japan and the Philippines is a significant part of that. Now, how has China responded to this development? What if China perceives this alliance as a preparation for war? How does it react? This is the question on everyone's lips. Let's delve into China's reaction to the burgeoning alliance between Japan and the Philippines. China has not been silent. In fact, it has voiced its strong disapproval. Statements from Beijing indicate a perception that these joint military exercises are not simply for training, but rather a strategic preparation for conflict. They view this alliance as a direct challenge, a provocation that could potentially destabilize the delicate equilibrium of the region. China's response has been multifaceted. On the diplomatic front, it has lodged formal protests, asserting its stance and expressing its concerns. It has also ramped up its rhetoric, issuing warnings about the potential for escalation and the dire consequences of such a path. But China's reaction extends beyond words. In the strategic chess game of international politics, actions often speak louder. China has increased its military presence in the disputed waters of the South China Sea. This heightened assertiveness is seen as a countermove to the Japan-Philippines alliance, a show of might and a clear signal that it will not back down. Moreover, the revelation of the United States and Japan's plan to deploy high-mobility artillery rocket systems on Japan's Nansei Islands has drawn sharp criticism from China. This move, intended as a deterrent against a potential Chinese invasion of Taiwan, is perceived by China as an aggressive act, further fueling its apprehension. China's reaction is a testament to the significant impact that this alliance has on the region. It highlights the complexity of the situation and the delicate balance of power that is at stake. This is not a game of checkers, it's a high-stakes game of chess, with moves and counter-moves that could shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. So what could this mean for the future of the region? As we delve deeper, we'll explore the potential implications of this intricate geopolitical dance. Stay tuned. What does the future hold for the region in the light of this alliance? As we delve into the potential scenarios that could unfold, it's clear that the future is anything but certain. The US, Canada, Japan, and the Philippines are already engaging in multilateral operations, a clear sign of their commitment to maintaining regional stability. But this commitment also raises questions. Will these operations deter potential aggressors, or will they escalate tensions in the region? One might imagine a future where the deployment of high-mobility artillery rocket systems and long-range firing units by the United States and Japan on the Nansei Islands and in the Philippines respectively serve as a formidable deterrent. Their anti-ship capabilities could potentially keep Chinese warships at bay, preserving the sovereignty of Taiwan and other nations in the East China Sea. But there's another side to this coin. China and Russia have expressed their disapproval, with Russia even warning of necessary steps to strengthen its defense capabilities in response. Could this alliance inadvertently trigger an arms race, putting regional stability at risk and straining international relations? And then there's the question of troop deployment. The United States and Japan have reportedly planned for such a scenario, ready to send troops to the Philippines and Japan's southernmost islands in the event of a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. This readiness to respond to potential crises signifies a heightened willingness to defend interests through military action. But at what cost? The future of the region, it seems, hangs in a delicate balance. On one hand, the alliance promises a united front, a deterrent against aggressive moves. On the other, it risks escalating tensions and sparking an arms race. It's an intricate dance of power and diplomacy, where every move has far-reaching implications. As nations align their strategies and redraw their battle lines, the impact on regional stability and international relations is profound, and the ripple effects will be felt far beyond the region's shores. As we ponder upon these possibilities, we can't help but wonder, what's next? What could be the next steps for Japan, the Philippines, and China in this complex geopolitical puzzle? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Let's start with Japan and the Philippines. With the recent military cooperation and the strategic implications it entails, it's likely that these nations will continue to strengthen their alliance. This could mean more joint military exercises, sharing of intelligence, and perhaps even the development of shared defense technologies. But it's important to remember that at its core, this alliance is not just about military might. It's also about shared values, mutual respect, and a commitment to uphold international law. Now, what about China? China's next steps will be crucial in shaping the future of the region. Will they choose to escalate things further, or will they seek a diplomatic resolution? One thing is clear: any action that undermines peace and stability in the region will have serious consequences. The importance of diplomacy in this situation cannot be overstated. Open dialogue, mutual respect, and adherence to international law are key to resolving these tensions. It's a delicate balancing act, and all parties involved must tread carefully to avoid triggering a larger conflict. But let's not forget about the role of other nations and international organizations. They too have a part to play in maintaining peace and stability in the region. Whether it's through diplomatic efforts, economic sanctions, or peacekeeping missions, the international community has a vested interest in preventing conflict and fostering cooperation. And what of the United States, a key player in this geopolitical game? It will be interesting to see how they navigate this complex situation, balancing their alliances and interests in the region while also preserving their strategic goals. In this ever-changing geopolitical landscape, one thing is certain: we will keep wondering. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering with us. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.